Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray and today we continue our let's play of Krastorio 2, where we last episode just got our entire smelting system up and running. Took a bit of time to build. I'm very happy with how it turned out and it's easy to expand. So for today's episode, I think we will start to work towards our chemical tech cards. They are pretty much the next thing we need, and we have most of the things set up, only missing sulfuric acid and through that the sulfur. The rest should be pretty much up and running. But before we set that up, I have noticed one thing, and that is that we've been using these sentries for quite a while, because I was under the impression that we didn't have any radars before we had the advanced ones. But lo and behold, we have the normal radars, and one thing that is quite insane, look at the area it covers. That is completely massive. So I'll just spend a few seconds just adding a few of these to the world. Let's just make some and see if we can't get a nice coverage up and running. If you look at our map to the right, we could put one down right in the middle, or maybe a bit to the left here, to get coverage on everything on this side, and then one over here to cover whatever is left. I think that could be good, or just take one straight down the middle. Could probably do it here as well for now, and just don't mind we can't see everything to the right. So what if we start with it around, let's say, this area. That will give us coverage on most things and make it a bit easy for us to build. Or let's make it right here, replacing the old, just right here. So that's one. Let's get one all the way up here as well. Was that the correct place? It is. Just right here to explore out over the chasms and see what kind of things we have to the north, and take it to the south as well, just expanding out our coverage. I will probably move some of these as we get along because they are quite expensive, but they do give insane amount of coverage, and that is what I'm looking for. So as soon as this one is placed in, we should be able to see a bit more up here and what kind of things we have in store for us. Here comes all of the radars. 2 robots should pick them up. And one goes north, one goes south. And, oh, is that a biter base? It is. So there's the first biter base, and look how fast it scans. That is brilliant. Oil here as well. Let's see up here. A few biter bases right there. So let's just keep them for now and go look at our chemical science while keeping an eye on that. While I'm running south, I am getting a bit tired of this darkness. And I could make these perfect night glasses, but I want to see how good that built-in what's called night vision goggles are, and if they're any better than the standard ones. Just as a test, since we did make a modular armor not that long ago. One thing I do have to remember when running down south here is that our wood is not keeping up, so I will just do a small expansion on that part as well. So let's see here, wood. Let's test out our little thing here. Please put in our night vision goggle. Oh! They only take up one, that's quite nice. And let's put in some fuel. And that turned things a bit more green. Did it do anything for us? Not quite sure I like that. What about the perfect night glasses? They might be able to give us a bit more vision at night, but I'll wait with putting them on until I can check it a bit in the future. Also, since we built this the first time, we have loaders, So let's just use those. They are way more efficient and can get the wood out way faster. That is much, much better. Let's also just get one more on the end. And get you expanded down here. Just with a second setup. And a bit of water jumping across. Or maybe just going here from the end. Of course, we don't have any greenhouses being made anywhere. So we should probably set that up in the mall. Can we fit in one more? Let's just test this out. Can quite easily and just hook it up to the same water supply right there. And that should give us a lot more water. Oh, sorry, wood. Since that is actually something we need quite badly. Glass is fine for now. We probably need to do a redesign of this as well, taking loaders into account. But firstly, let's do something here. Here is some what's called greenhouses that will soon be put in. And was there anything else I wanted to set up? No, you're just making glass right here. Glass production. There we are. So we have things marked out and a little mall icon here. So we'll just let that run. That should supply us with a few more things. And let's just activate a bit more science. Get you out the way. That'll unlock more things. Train. Storage tanks and some modules. So we'll just let this run for now and see how it goes in the future. This we just need to hook up to this one. And I think we can just do something like this right into the side. And then we should get it out correctly. There we are. Just go into this one wood for when we start to use it. Might buffer a bit more wood than what we had before. Yeah, that looks good. Did we hook up the rest of these? We didn't. So let's just remember to do that before we leave. Power and water is going to flow through. This one could actually be skipped. But let's just leave it for it to look a bit better. Oh, are you missing power as well then? Let's just give you medium power poles that should reach them. To the opposite side. And that should be a nice setup for our wood. Producing a lot more than we are at the moment. Missing water. Because that one is not built, let's just fix that to make sure it works. And there we are. That should get water into this one as well. Oh, so the water does flow through, but not out on the other side. Oh wait, I maybe just have to flip it a bit. Can't I turn you? In, out. No, they're all in, that's why. So we will have to get it from up top. Good, we just had a little look-see on that one. There, and there. There we go, that should get water through them all. But it's quite fun that they can go between each other, but they can output from them. So That is something we'll have to keep an eye on. But that should activate all of these as soon as they get those. But enough of me rambling on about that. Let's go down south and fix a few of the things we need. I kind of want to get this mined out as well. Just removed, maybe use some mining drones to do it. But yeah, that can wait a small while because I don't think we need that for anything. That is correct. So here is our plastic production. That's the C plastic. Here is our petroleum, or let's just set it to oil production. That goes out this way. We'll need to add this onto the main bus if we want to use it further down. So that is the first thing we'll do. Just making sure that our infrastructure is good. Right now just going right here, so I think we can just drag it along. Let's see, we have room for fluids right there on the fluid line of this bus. And let's grab the petroleum. Let's make it look a bit better. There we go. And you two can go away. And there we are. Let's add in some more places to build so we can get this hooked up correctly. Might want to remove the sentries from our blueprints since they aren't really that needed anymore. And I'd rather just use a radar. And by that I mean a big radar. So the first thing we should make is pretty much our sulfur. Water, petroleum. We have both things coming in here. Might do direct insertion to this one. And then we can take it. This takes 1 second, so that's 1 to 20 production. Oh. Let's not place that directly on top of a biter base. That might not be an optimal solution. And it will make them a bit mad. Let's get around the trees, please. Please get robots to remove that. They'll never hit him and I can just sneakily attack him. There we are. So that's one thing less to worry about. And the rest of these should just get hooked up as we go. So we have to cut or pretty much protect ourselves from these two sides. If we take this one out, we are actually in a rather good point in terms of setting up things. Let's take one more radar. You can just go right here for now. Don't think that will be the end of the world. Or we can just put you in here. So get you away. And do that. Should give us some coverage. So, to hook up the things we need, where should we do it? We can do it right here and just move or get the what's called copper mined out later. We'll just start from the bottom and then remove this as we go. about doing it all in one cell will probably be overkill, since we don't need that many things, so I'd rather get the sulfur on the main bus. Let's see. That is used for quite a few things. Yeah, we'll need to get that on a bus, so we can make a sulfur cell right here. Or we can make it right here and then just drag it into the bus. What would be a good place to do it? Let's just think about this. We have plastic right here. That's going to be needing a lot. We're going to need a lot of oil processing. That way we can do some metal refining here for the rare metal. So yeah, let's just set it up here for now, and then we will go from there. So, sulfur. That takes 1 second to craft 2. This one needs 5 every second. That means we need 2.5 to 1. What is a good way to set that up then? Because we could do direct insertion. Oh, and we can't do it in advanced chemical plants. Do we have those? In storage, can we craft those yet? Fluids, full refining. Let's take a tech tree. Now that seems to be a bit into, yeah, that's way into the future. So we'll go with the normal chemical plants. Do we have any in storage? That is what I'm really hoping we do. Yeah, it seems to give me 10 of you. And then we are ready to do a setup. They're on the way. Good. So we want to make sulfur. And we want to make sulfuric acid. We'll get the water and iron in on a belt, but the sulfuric sulfur we're making right here. And I kind of want to do direct insertion, so we'll need to line up 3 to input to this one, and or 2.5, sorry. So what if we do 1, 2? We'll have to space them out, and then do a third one. Let's see, we can do it right here, can't we? No, we'll have to move it down a bit. 2, 3. That means we can longhand insert and we can get water in on the bottom. So we'll do something like that with water flowing right here. And then we'll need a third one. That'll also need petroleum and water in. So this might not be the best solution. We'll probably do it like this then. Water up here. Then we'll do a second one. Wherever it fits in, we're getting more of these to go for the next one of these. That will be right here. And can one fit in between? We can. So are we able to do this if you want to have the correct ratio? Or should we just do a much simpler one, doing an almost correct ratio and just skipping this? For now, I think I'll just skip this one and do it like that. That should make it much easier to set up. Because then we'll have water and things flowing in. Can we get... Oh yeah, we can do this that we have done so many times before. We can jump you to there, for the input of the iron. So in. We'll need the water. Could actually just go right here. Let's see. Water across. Then we can move it one closer to give a bit more space. At least I think we can do it like this. Then we'll need 1, 1, 2. And you just need those two in. And we'll do that. And I think that can output a good amount of sulfur to the main line. Let's just start some more. Let's just get each of these done. So we have them. And that could be quite cool to try in the future. I haven't done combat robotics in forever, so we might actually want to research that at some point. Let's get these out the way. So this is kind of the setup I want to go with. Is there any reason why this shouldn't work? Let's make it modular. There we are. Water, we could make that with undergrounds instead. So we do here and here. Don't think it's cheaper, but it looks a bit better doing this. At least I think so. That will output to a pipe right here in the middle. That will look good. I think undergrounds are faster. So what if we do this? Let's get it on the inside. It looks better if we do it here. It's something that doesn't matter at all for the production performance of it. But I think it will look better like that. Then we'll pretty much just flip it, have it on the opposite side as well. And then hopefully we can get this to run at a somewhat decent speed. Let's just get iron all the way down. Please take this. Where's the iron? There it is. That's gonna give iron all the way down. That is good. Anything else we want down here? We probably want you to get moved down very soon. So that is fine. Oh, look at that. That's so nice with the robots. It means we'll have you flipped this way. Same over here. We'll get you two flipped there. This flipped here. We'll need you two as well to go there, there, and there. That will go in. Then we just need a bit of power. We need all of this to hook up correctly. Just flip it around, please. There we are. And here comes some power. That can power it all. That can power it all. Kind of want one right here in the middle just to make it connect up to each other. And it looks somewhat cool. So what if we do this as our blueprint? Are we able to just take this part and stamp it down? Right here. Right there we can stamp it down. We'll just need to get the belts 2 out. And then we should be modular. So let's try this. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then we can take this and voila. Things line up. And that is a very nice modular build. So let's just move it down here and get it lined up with the sides. Because if we do one here before we go over the middle, we should be able to fit in at one above as well. So look, that just barely fits in. Will that fit in? It will, and things won't interfere. So that means we will fit in 2 lines if we want to inside this grid. So yeah, let's keep this and let's just get it hooked up. I'm quite happy about this design, to be honest. There we are. Thank you, little robots. So what happened to our iron? Oh, it probably hit some snags here and there. So do that. Please jump from here to there. That should give us iron down here. Oh yeah, I need to test the night vision goggles as well. Yeah, that is much better. So much easier to see things. So let's keep that. Where is our water? There we are. Let's grab you too. And continue down. That's fine. And then we just need those two in. So there we go. Can you go all the way out here? This will be our water line. That will line up right here. And our petroleum line will line up a bit differently. We might want to... Yeah, because we need the water right there. Otherwise we need petroleum on the top. We should be able to do this and just get it around like that. Not that I like this solution. Because we need to get it up one more so we can do that. It works. This activates. This outputs. Oh, this needs water as well. Luckily, we'll just hook you up right here. And we'll need to change you up a bit. There we are, that's water for this one. And then we just need the iron. Is that on its way? Nope, because it doesn't understand things when you do by robots. And you can go away. There we are. There we go. That's iron plates flowing in. Let's do some more research. Reinforced plates. That's insane walking speed. Yeah, you can get some research done. Some explosives. Just to get some of these things researched. So now we just need the iron in on these lines. We can just take it in and split it off somewhere. So please take the iron. Could move this one to do it here instead. But I think this will be good enough. Split. Go down this way to here. That should give us iron for these. That'll output our sulfuric acid, which we'll then put right here on the bus, which can go both ways. Then we just need to hook up the last two down here. And I think we can... Oh, sorry about that, base. I just shot you. And water is the first one. This one should be a lot easier to hook up than the other one. And then we need the petroleum one. We'll have to do the same little snag thing we did here. That will activate this side, giving us even more sulfuric acid. Could add in a buffer right here, so we have some in storage. It's probably not a bad thing, unless we can get some... How big are these? They're probably quite big. Let's just take one of these for now, to build up a bit of storage. Because if you do it here, that means the output goes a bit differently. Unless we do two. So if we do two of you, then we'll have an output straight out. Though this might be a bit much to buffer, I think it will be just what we need. So that does mean we are now making our sulfuric acid. Of course, with this not running fast enough. But sulfuric acid is none the least being buffered. That means that next episode we should be able to get our chemical tech cards up and running. It should be a matter of minutes to do that. So before I end this episode, I just want to hook up a few more of these and get it looking a bit better. Can we... Could do this, we could also flip it around, but then we'll have to... What if we do this to align him for the future? Don't need to align up right here. Or right here. Now we can pretty much put in the same spot. We only need one of them to line up, so it's not that important. I'd rather it look good. Will this work? I think it will, but then if we do it like this anyway, we should just do this and then hook it up the same way with the outputs. I just want things to get out correctly. Oh well, we'll do this. Can we then do 2 more below? Can we fit that in if we wanted to? No, not unless we move this all the way to the top. But let's just try this first, and then we'll fix that issue in the future when it becomes one we have to solve. We can then get the petroleums hooked up here at the back. There we are. That's double petroleum for the base, as long as this can keep up and our power can keep up. All running full speed, which is not enough anymore. So next episode we will start to look at the next part of this base, being power and setting up a nice blue circuit or blue tech cards setup. I think that will be good. Because as soon as we unlock the blue ones, we will unlock so many things we need down the line that will make things so much better. A portable nuclear reactor. A new power armor. We'll need to make processing units, which also should be somewhat simple to do. Unless they made some huge changes to this. But we'll look at all that next episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you'll give me a like and subscribe if you're new. And then I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.